What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I finally have the keys to the 2021 Toyota GR Supra. Huge shout out and thank you to Flo Toyota of Statesville for providing this Supra for today's video. Definitely check out the link to their website down in the description below. They actually sold me my own Toyota Supra, so definitely check them out. They have a lot of amazing brand new Toyotas. So today, we're gonna check out what the new Supra has to offer. And the model that we're looking at today is a 3.0 Premium, finished off in Renaissance Red, and has an MSRP at $56,800. Underneath the hood, this features a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine that cranks out 382 horsepower with 368 pound-feet of torque. The engine is only paired to the 8-speed ZF automatic transmission and sends the power to the rear wheels through an electronic limited-slip rear differential. And with a curb weight coming in at 3,400 pounds, you're looking at 0 to 60 at 3.9 seconds. And running off a 13.7 gallon fuel tank, you're looking at 22 miles per gallon in the city and 30 out on the highway. The overall length is 172.5 inches with a wheelbase at 97.2. The width is 73 with a height at 50.9 inches. And then overall ground clearance is 4.5 inches. The front end has a very cool design with more of a pointy front nose right in the center, has a rounded design to it all wrapping around the Toyota logo, and then you can see these body colored pieces going down to this front splitter, really to help give the front end a unique and wide appearance. We also have a satin black front splitter protruding all the way from one side to the other, and then you'll see 6 parking sensors all integrated within the front bumper. The farthest side even have a trim piece that looks like a vent, and then these headlights have an LED strip running around the entire lower portion. They function as the daytime running light as well as the turn signal. And then we have 6 individual LEDs all making up the headlights and high beams. The front bumper flows very nicely to the hood, and if you'll notice, the entire hood covers the whole front end of the car, including the side fenders. Really has a nice clamshell design with another trim piece towards the rear end, and you can see some more body lines within this hood, really to help give the front end of the new Supra a wide appearance. And then moving to the side profile, the premium trim level for the Toyota Supra features a set of 19-inch forged aluminum wheels finished in a 2-tone gloss black machined silver design. They also are wrapped in a Michelin Pilot Super Sport Performance Summer tire. And then we have 4-piston Brembo brake calipers up front finished off in gloss red. They have rotors that measure in at 13.7 inches up front. And then coming to the rear, we have 13.6-inch rotors, and of course all 4 corners are ventilated as well. Along the side profile, we also have more of this satin black trim in the lower side skirt, helping to tie in that front splitter. We also have a very cool body color trim piece in the rear section of the door, and a sporty design that leads its way to the rear fender arches. We have body colored door handles as well as satin black mirror caps with gloss black trim all around that. And then you'll also notice the roof has a double bubble design, making it look very aggressive from the outside and also giving you plenty of headroom for the interior when you are wearing a helmet out on the track. The overall side profile of the 2021 Toyota Supra is very aggressive. It has that sloping rear glass, giving it that performance car design, and a lot of rounded off body panels and large curves to really help maximize the width and sporty design. You can get a really good look at these rear fenders and see how wide they are and how rounded they are. Very nice design for the new Supra, giving this a lot of nice sculpture for the rear end. And then as we move our way to the rear end of the Supra, this has LED taillights. The reverse light is actually all integrated into this rear diffuser. The rear diffuser is finished off in more satin black to tie in the entire splitter, and it protrudes from one side of the bumper to the other with your parking sensors integrated into it, as well as 2 other parking sensors on the farthest side. We have your dual exhaust system finished off in brushed aluminum tips, and you can see some fins in the lower portion of the diffuser. Moving up top, we have the GR logo as well as the standard backup camera. Then you have the Toyota and Supra logo on the back portion of the bumper and trunk lid, and then an integrated ducktail spoiler all built into the trunk. So there's a good look at the 2021 Toyota Supra, some of the design and performance specifications. Comment down below. It's been around a year since we've seen this body style. I think it really has grown on a lot of people. It's a car you absolutely have to see in person to truly appreciate the size of it and just all the shapes. It is a beautiful car. I love seeing one every day, and I love seeing this one, especially in Renaissance Red. So now we have the key fob. We're gonna take a look at the interior. We have your lock and unlock. One thing very cool, if you hold down the unlock button, the windows will actually automatically fold all the way down. That is a really nice touch, especially on a hot summer day. This also has the proximity key, so when you just grab the door handle, it'll automatically unlock, and then you can just tap it to automatically lock it. Moving to the interior now, the premium Supra will feature a black leather interior. You'll see some white stitching all around, carbon fiber and gloss black accents. Moving to the door panel, it's finished off in black. We also have a leather portion right here with stitching and some nice padding on the top for your armrest. We have your grab handle above that with your window controls and mirror controls, an aluminum release handle with lock and unlock. Part of the JBL audio system, this features a 12-speaker audio system. You have your trunk release and some storage. And then moving inside, we have an aluminum door sill plate saying Toyota Supra. And then checking out these 14-way power adjusting seats finished off in black leather. You can see the aluminum accents and white stitching all around them. Very nice bolsters, and they are adjustable with this button right here. You can make them a little bit tighter if you'd like. And then we have memory seating as well with all of your other controls. Really good design all around. Then a leather-wrapped steering wheel. And then now inside the car, keeping my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and fire it up. Taking a look at the gauges, this is a full LCD display system with your tach in a fixed location. We have your engine coolant temperature on the right side as well as your gas over on the left side. And then using this BC button right on the stock, we can scroll through different information in the bottom screen. We can see your trip, your average miles per gallon. You can go to blank and then check out your mileage once again. We have cruise control settings over on the left side. This features an adaptive cruise control system which works very well. We also have radio controls over on this side. You can scroll up and down for your radio station. It also comes up on the heads-up display system. And then behind the steering wheel, we have your steering wheel mounted paddle shifters that have a very nice look and feel to them. Nice stitching on the steering wheel as well. On the left side, we have all of your headlight controls, one of the air vents, and some nice stitching along the top of this dash. You can see the heads-up display unit right there. And then moving to the 8.8-inch touchscreen display system. This is the rear view backup camera when you are in reverse. It has all your guidelines that change when you adjust the steering wheel. You can see the parking sensors over on the left side changing as well. And then just going to the home screen right now, you can see different items within the navigation. We have notifications. You can go under My Vehicle right here and change different items within the car. You have your weather, you have the actual navigation, communication, and then your media. And then down in the center here, you can control everything with this touchpad as well. You have a main menu button that gives you right there. You can tap menu again, and then easily scroll with this dial to go through different items within the car. And then of course you have a back button and your options, and then this is a touchpad as well. You can type things out for navigation. You can bump this over or rotate it. Works very well. I like how easy this system is to configure. We have more air vents with silver trim and your hazards. A really nice looking dashboard. And then we have all your radio presets right here. And one thing very cool, if you just swipe your finger along it, all of your presets automatically come up on the top of the screen, which is a very nice touch. And then we have your volume on off, engine start stop button. And then all of your climate controls are located right down here. We have the fan speed right in the center, very easy to configure. It does have dual zone, and you can easily change how you'd like all the air to come out. We have your heated seat buttons on the farthest side, as well as AC, and then the defrost, and then the rear defrost right there. And then moving down low, we have the wireless charging pad, as well as a USB and a 12 volt. And then you can see the really nice carbon fiber trim all throughout the center console. Has a very sweet look to it. And then I like how this is more of a driver-focused design, having this separated from the passenger. Then the passenger has a really nice knee cushion as well. We have your gear selector right here. You push this top one for park. Then with your foot on the brake and the unlock button, you can pull it all the way back into drive. And then holding that and going all the way forward for reverse, and then just bumping it back into neutral. When you are in drive, you can put it over into manual mode, shift using the shifter or using the paddle shifters. And then behind that, we have the engine start stop feature, your sport mode, parking sensors, you can turn that on and off. You can adjust your safety system, and then your traction control comes up. When tapping traction control once, this is a performance mode, and then if you hold the traction button down for a few seconds, it'll turn VSC off, and then tapping it again turns everything on. When you do tap safety systems, it comes up on the screen right here, and you can adjust how you'd like. You can customize a lot of it with your front end collision, lane departure, and blind spot, so very easily you can configure everything in the car. Then we have your electronic park and brake. And when you do tap sport mode, it changes the gauges as well, gives them a nice red look, and then changes how the red line looks. And when you rev it in normal mode, and then when you put it into sport mode, the valve opens, gets a little bit louder, and the throttle is a little bit more touchy. So very cool how that all works. And then behind all that, we have the armrest with more stitching, 2 cup holders, and then a cubby spot behind that. You can get a really good look at these interior seats. And then all the way on the other side, we have your glove box, pretty good amount of space for the owner's manual. And just one last look at the overall interior. Very simple and sporty. I really like how everything is put together. You have a pretty good view out over your right shoulder. And then up top, you have all your dome lights as well. And then your sun visors pop down with an LED light. So we are now driving in the 2021 Toyota Supra. As you guys know, I own a 2020. I'm going to be filming a separate video kind of comparing the two cars. But as far as this car goes, when you first hop in it, it is an aggressive design. I love how hunkered down it feels. You have a really small windshield, smaller windows on the side. I mean, they're not too much larger than my actual hand. So it's a hunkered down feeling car. You feel like you're in something very performance oriented. So right now we are in just drive, automatic, normal mode. Nothing crazy. This is the most conservative mode. So just slowly getting up to about 40 miles an hour. Very smooth accelerating. You don't feel anything. The car is pretty quiet when cruising. The suspension's doing a really good job absorbing all of the bumps, and it's a very nice drive. I like how comfortable these cars are, just slowly taking a turn. I mean, it's a luxury car. This car is built in conjunction with BMW, and BMW does a really good job making luxurious vehicles. So this car has a lot of that in that, and it just feels very nice and smooth. You can see the hood a little bit. Visibility is really good too. For being a smaller car with these small windows, I can easily use the rear view mirrors and see everything behind me. And even looking over my left and right shoulder, the C-pillar is a little bit larger over your right shoulder, but in all honesty, you can see out pretty well if you do have your mirror adjusted properly. So visibility is not bad at all. And then now in a little parking lot doing a U-turn here, the turning radius is really tight on this car. I like how maneuverable these things are. And then as far as some performance, we're not going to go too crazy being a brand new car. If I bump it over into manual mode and then tap sport, that puts it into the performance mode. Now when the Supra is in sport mode, a lot of cool things happen. So this car has an active suspension, an active exhaust, adaptive steering, adaptive suspension. It has a lot of good things to offer. So in sport mode now, the suspension is now stiffer, being that it has magnetic dampers. The steering is much heavier. The exhaust valve opens, and then the speakers on the interior play a little bit of sounds to kind of give you that more aggressive driving sound from the interior. And then the rear differential is electronically controlled and does a really good job managing power from left to right. So we'll do a small acceleration. This is a quick car, as we all know, but let's just get up to speed a little bit. So there's just a little bit of turbo lag down low, but once you get up to around 4,000 RPM, you can feel the power come on. It's very smooth. I like how linear the power is. Downshifting into second, you hear just a little pop on the exhaust. Very nice power delivery. It doesn't come on super quick, it doesn't hit you like that, but it's very smooth feeling and you just kind of feel it build. And then I'd say around 4,000 is where you really start feeling the power. And then the 8-speed automatic transmission. This is one of the best automatic transmissions out there. It is a standard torque converter automatic, and when you're using it, just as soon as you hit the paddle, it's already shifted. And as soon as you upshift, it's already in the next gear. So I love how quick it is. And then you can instantly tone it all down, automatic, normal mode, and the car completely tones down. The suspension's softer. The steering now is super lightweight. You can easily maneuver this around in a parking lot. Like just doing that, super lightweight. And then we'll just go into sport mode again. Much heavier now. You can definitely feel the difference. And then as far as suspension feel goes, right now we're in normal mode. It's doing a really good job just absorbing all of the bumps. Like I said, super smooth. But when we go ahead and put it into sport mode now, you can feel them more. It gets a lot tighter, and all these little bumps like right there, you definitely did not feel that last time. So we'll go back into manual mode, just give it a nice little acceleration. Throws from second gear. You can feel how the horsepower does carry it nicely, so I definitely like the performance you get. This car does have a ton of power, and even they're putting out more power at the wheels than the engine is even claiming to have. So these are very, very fast cars, as we all know. As far as all the upgrades have gone for a 21, you have different trim levels now. You have a 4-cylinder option. And then for the engine in the 6-cylinder, this does have about 45 more horsepower than the previous model. And then they upgraded the suspension, doing some fine-tune adjustments just to make it a little bit better. Other than that, it's pretty much the same car, just a few nice adjustments to make the car a little bit better for the newest model year. But overall, as a Supra owner, I've owned mine for 10 months. These are fantastic cars. They're a lot of fun. They make for an amazing daily driver. They're so comfortable and smooth. And then one last acceleration just in normal mode. I like how everything just carries nicely. shifts so quickly. It's just such a refined car. And then when you're in sport mode and manual mode, it just feels a lot tighter. You don't hear too much exhaust noise, I will say, so it's kind of quiet. But overall, really good sports car, fun to drive, so much potential if you want to do aftermarket parts, and they're just really fun. And interior, exterior, everything works out very well. The buttons, everything. I don't really have any complaints with it. But I think that's about it. Gonna wrap it up for reviewing the 21 Toyota Supra. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, huge shout out and thank you to Flo Toyota of Statesville for providing this car for today's video. I bought my Supra from them, had a really good experience, so I would definitely recommend them. But that's it, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Smash the subscribe button if you like Toyota Supras. I own one and I have a ton of videos on my car, and it is really, really, really fast because it's tuned. So definitely subscribe if you want more. I'll see you guys next video.